Hey everyone, this is Donato D'Andrio from Compete Now. This week we're going to be doing a blog post showing some before and after examples of some of our recent projects, and I thought this would be a good way just to kind of point out what we did and how we changed it in some of the design things, and just point out a few areas that we saw for improvement. And I'm hoping that by watching this blog video, you can also maybe pick up on a couple of those things and maybe apply it to your own sites, or could spark a few ideas. And then if you want to work with us to implement them, then we'd be happy to do that. So might as well get right in. I picked out some recent examples. The first one was AI Speakers Bureau. This is a company that books speakers for major events. So if you're a university and you're looking to book a speaker, this is the type of company you need to find those VIP speakers and coordinate everything. So this was their site before, and when you land on it, it was very busy. You could see that there was a lot of text in the middle and on the right, and also a lot of links here. So it wasn't very user friendly. You could also see it had an issue where this search box was coming over the side here into the content. And you can see it's just kind of, had a very generic logo with a globe. It was very 99-esque, and it just wasn't really looking representing them right. It made them look like almost like some kind of a government agency or something with just the way that the colors were in the font. So this was actually when I met with them, a very fun company that wanted to portray more so their personality into the website and also make their site easy to use. So on the after example, this is what the finished product ended up coming out like. So now you have more so kind of pictures scrolling on the home page there. You get a nice headline right away. So this is an important aspect of a lot of the sites that we do. We try to get it so that you get that differentiating strategy right off the bat. On the homepage, so you get the finding right the speakers can be stressful. AI speakers takes the burden off your back. So kind of speaking to their audience and how they can help. And then you have a couple of easy buttons. So a lot of the people that come to the website are looking to browse speakers. Some don't have time to browse or do anything. They just need to get the consultation. So we have those two options here, the two buttons to funnel them. And then the search really is important. So they have like over 1,200 speakers on the website. So launching them into a search right away is important. So you have the search by category keyword, and then you're launched right into the search to view speakers. And then this headline down here, we have it more so, we make it easy and fun just so that they know that working with this company isn't going to be, a long, painful experience like it can be with some others. All right. And then throughout the entire website, we have a top bar line here where it says, "We are Speakers Bureau dedicated to exceptional customer service. Learn more." So that's really their biggest differentiator is they're truly very responsive, provide professional service. And really, a lot of companies try to say that, but if you don't highlight it enough, you can't really get the message across. So on this homepage, we were trying our best to make that come through. So just a tip in terms of how to kind of place buttons and create a hierarchy to get your message across that you're trying to get. The next one I was going to highlight was HPI. They create strain gauges, manufacture strain gauges, so you know when a bridge is going to be getting weak or a lot of different things. So this is a very high tech company, but going to the website, it looks very old. It looks like it was built, 15, 20 years ago. Had a lot of just these dark wave colors going on, and this was a slideshow that had like stock images with like smokestacks in it. It just made them look very old, industrial, and not really representing themselves how they wanted to be portrayed. So the main goal of this design were two things. Also, kind of like the AI speakers, to get people into the searching process a lot quicker, making that easy to use, and also just having a refreshed look. So if I go to the after example, now they have this. So it's much brighter, uses much better images, really large, gets the headline going across. Their leading manufacturer of global supplier strain gauges. Also, like AI speakers, we have a line going across to kind of highlight that 65 years experience. So this is really are one of the leaders in the industry, and we want to make sure that nobody can take that away from them. And then also that the products are made in the USA. So these bars that go across the top can be very useful to your audience to make sure they get made in the USA in your main headline. And then we also have the phone number and email address very prominent throughout the entire site. I think we also have that the phone number very prominent on the speakers bureau. And then we have start a search. So you can go to High Temp Bondable. You can launch into any of these searches right off the home page. And that was an important part of this aspect, in addition to just getting the updated look of the site. All right, and then the next one, Boston Bean. So this was their old site. So they're also dealing with a lot of tech companies and places like that in Cambridge. They do coffee delivery service. So if you had 50 plus employees and you needed coffee service provided, these are the guys that you want to choose. Initially, the phone number was kind of, it's up here, a little bit buried, hard to find. You got the tagline here. The logo is kind of small and way up to the left, and then you had home, blogs, coffee, tea. So it was very just unorganized homepage and was not really helping them convert any of their traffic for the most part into business. They still obviously were getting plenty of business because they have a great reputation. But if you were just somebody off the street and didn't really know much about Boston Bean, just judging by their website, you probably would have questions about, how valid they are, even though they do have that great reputation. So we did redesign the site to make it much easier to navigate. You have if you notice a theme going through, this is kind of one of the things you can pick up on this video. We have the headline or the differentiating statement right off the bat on the home page without having to scroll. And on the right, we really wanted to get their statement across and also highlight the fact that they're a service-oriented company. They're not just sending you, boxes of supplies. You can also get them as a full-service provider. So we have the delivery person here with the Boston Bean box, and then learn more. And then this is important for new customers, also existing customers, especially this order now button. That's what basically all their existing clients are going to make their orders for the week or the month or however often they're ordering. Lastly, we can go over Forest Foundation. So you have the before site here where they had basically 3 funnels: interns, ventures, regional grants. It was a very flat site, didn't have many images on it, and also had these like really large blue headlines that were just looked a little bit odd. So we were going for an easier to use site that would be refreshed and funnel traffic accordingly. Plus, they are a big part of their program is recruiting interns for nonprofit organizations. So we needed to make the site more appealing for a younger demographic, as well as easy to use on a mobile device. So on the new site, you can see this here. You have a nice large photo of the previous year's interns. You have a differentiating statement like we did on all the others right away. In this case, nonprofit, you're not thinking differentiating. It's more of like their mission and their goal, and then you can learn more about that. And then just like the old site, you have the internships, ventures, and regional grants, and they're in 3 columns, so that instead of being stacked over, you have them all next to each other with a nice photo to represent each. All right, so that was that. And I actually do have one more sample in my open tab. It's BioProcure. So this is a pretty very service-based company, very friendly. They provide bioprocurement services. So basically, biotech companies that want to outsource their procurement, they provide that. And the real difference with them is their people and their team, and basically trying to get the message across to their audience that, hey, why trust something as important as procurement to one individual when you could have a whole team? So on the new site, you can see how a professional photo of the whole team can really make a big difference. And so you have your team focused on managing procurement, so you can, and then it scrolls through different reasons, but then the photo stays static and it shows the team. And also, this is another common strategy, is having the logos going across the bottom, kind of get some borrowed or instant credibility by showing that you're already working with a lot of different companies that are probably similar to yours. And you can also just see graphically kind of tying into the whole biotech space. The design is also important. And like many of the other examples, we have the phone number is very prominent up at the top. And if you do have social networks, it's important to get those up on the top as well. So that was just a quick run through of basically some of the home pages of some of the sites we've done recently. Could be a much longer video going over a lot of the, what happens when you scroll down these pages or go into the inner pages. But for today, just took the time to go through some of these home pages, give some tips in terms of what we've done on other sites, and maybe it'll help you spark an idea for your next site. If you do need some help with yours, we're definitely available to help talk about it. Just give us a call at 617-539-6528, and we'd be happy to talk about your project.